Nintendo Hanafuda presents Crazy Ideas, Bad Time Management 72-hour QLDC level C7 made by Sunky. I don't know, Sunky? This could be good. I like this so far. Good luck to the judges. If this is bad, it's nothing personal. If it's good, perfect. Don't blame me if this causes sanity loss. Date Bayo. Alright. Yoshi's not home. Map16 Mania. Oh no, I think I know what's coming. Hint. One strategy is focusing on what hurts at you and what doesn't. Some rooms have more than one solution. That's not terrifying. Alright, let's see it. I'm liking the music at least. It's Map16 Mania. Welcome to Map16 Mania. Follow the instructions and try to remember what each block does. Have fun. That's a door. Oh, okay, this is better than expected. Red is lava, yellow is coin, green is vine, blue is water, pink is muncher, gray is fragile. Okay, so really I just need to remember all of them. Alright, this is fine. Gray is fragile. Okay, that's lava, this is vine. This is water. They're gonna stack up issues here. This is fine. There's nothing here that can hurt me. And there's no reason to jump up there. Collect 10 coins in order to pass through the white area. Okay. This is much different than what I was expecting. When I said Map16 Mania, I really was expecting garbage tiles a la what I was seeing below in the intro screen. This is much cooler, actually. I know how many coins I had, but... Okay. And then... swim up, but don't swim into the pink muncher. This works for me. Pipe! You studying garbage tiles too? What's up here, Leanne? How you doing? Door. Okay. So I need a key. There's a lot of fragile tiles there. I think this is the easy solution. These are all gray, so let's ignore them. That was easy. I thank you for the good luck. Okay, we're changing it up. Blue is lava, green is cloud, red is vine, yellow is spike, gray is sand. What does sand mean? Okay. What was yellow again? Yellow is spike. Yeah, I don't want yellow. Okay. Green is good. Ah, it's Mario 2 sand. Green. Green is good. Yellow is bad. Red is good. Blue is bad. Okay. Wait. Red is fine. Red is vine. Yellow is muncher. This is grabbable. Red is vines, but I'm just gonna ignore that. There's a reset door. Green. Green is clouds. Hey! Ahas! Oh, you! Well played. Well played. You know, it did say door right there. I suppose I should have taken it at face value. Yeah, even got the piece which jump. Okay. Crap. Sand is semi-permeable, okay. I think this row is fine. No, blue is bad. Okay. Oh, I have to go all the way back? Oh, I'll have to go all the way back. Oh, darn it. And then red is good. I had to use a pen and paper for this. I don't want to use a pen and paper for this. I might do it if necessary. I do remember the level that is most similar to this, that the first QLDC, eventually had like 50 rules you had to remember. It was not easy. Okay. Enjoyed the... I do too, it just depends on the game. Okay, this is fine. This one's fine. Okay. Yellow is bad. Blue is bad. I want to go to the middle here. Vine. Right. Okay. Mistakes were made. Random question, do I have a list of levels I played so far? Yes, I do. Do you want it? How you doing, Dink Baron? I manage everything using the power of technology, and so whenever I want another random level, I get it by pulling from the list. This is not a terribly clean version, but I figure you can figure it out what you want to know out of it. I could have made it clean, I just didn't want to. It's based on the file names, so that's why there's a trick here. I basically query the recent hacks I've played. Maybe I'm a moron. I query the recent hacks I've played and do a little bit of cleanup there to make that work. And then look for certain prefixes in the paths. That's why these have all of the extra affixes on them. Or, yes, affixes on them. Still didn't get the jump. Alright. Yeah, no problem. Always happy to provide that information. Okay, gotta remember red is a vine. Red is a vine, green is fine. Let's just go all the way up. Alright. Brown is vine, pink is coin, red is cloud, blue is muncher, green is lava, yellow is turn block. Collect 10 coins. I already forgot what the coin is. Right? Blue is death. Baba is you. Pink is coin. Blue is muncher. Green is lava. Okay, I think that's all I need to know. Pink is coin, blue is muncher, green is lava. Right, lava. Wait. Blue, green, bad. Pink, good. Brown's fine. Brown is vine, in fact. But this is divine. Okay. Pink, blue is bad. Red is fine. Pink. Now I'm more than a one-tile vine. Okay, red is fine, brown is fine. And there we go. Okay, I need to be embiggened. Oh, red is fine, and brown is fine. Blue is bad. Circle around to the vine. Go up the cloud. So we can just stand here. Okay, and then this is a normal-ass turn block. And then I need to get hurt, but not die, which is why I wanted the muncher and not the lava. See, I remembered. Or I got very lucky, one or the other. Alright, what is up with this? Brown is fine. Okay, so... balls. I got complacent. Okay. Whoops. Oh, man. eat all that mac and cheese now. It's not bad mac and cheese, just I don't know if I need a Costco amount of mac and cheese. I think next time I'll be smarter. Red is fine. Red is fine. Okay. Okay, just stay on the floor. Jump up. Jump up. There we go. To go for a Costco amount of mac and cheese. It's a lot of mac and cheese. But yeah, that one is cute where it actually makes you need to remember that it's not merely bad for you. You need to take the correct type of bad for you. Okay. Brown is a vine. Okay, so this is really just a matter of getting the key to the end without touching anything, period. This part's going to be hard, I think. Stand on red. Okay. I take it back, this wasn't hard. Alright, new rules. Circle is lava. Square is sand, hexagon is water, heart is muncher, triangle is cloud. Okay. So blue and pink are circle and heart are bad. You know what this actually reminds me of? There was a game. Big finger quotes on that word game there. It's like made for little kids to teach them their shapes and things. It's called Someone's Primer. We had it as a kid. We had it, yeah, green's fine. Hexagon. Hexagon! But we had it, and basically you could use a little machine to move shapes, and you need to sort them together, and that's what this spontaneously reminds me of. That was green. Wait, sand? Oh, whoops. Yeah, I bought the Beecher's mac and cheese at Costco last time I was there, because, like, I've liked Beecher's mac and cheese when I've been traveling. It's one of the, like, it's an okay and adequate form of food if you're at an airport. It's not terribly expensive for airport food. And since I've been having the luck that I have to fly out of the N gates recently. Or, N? Yeah, N, I think. It's one of the few options that I actually care for. Or if I fly out of Everett, it's also a good option there. You know, you think what I would learn here would be to, do the other side first. Anyway, that at Costco, I got it, and it, like, feeds 6 people. Okay, this is sand. That's water. This is a cloud. Blue is bad. This is the one I want. Oh, I thought that was sand for some reason. Huh. Well, this is a good choice to go around the loop twice. Green is sand. Okay, those are bad. That's fine, I can just stand there. This one's okay. Alright, now just a careful jump. And then to the door. I was so focused on the heart in front of me, I didn't notice the heart above me. Yeah, let's do this one side first, because apparently I'm more likely to mess it up. Wait, what? Yes, I am more likely to mess that one up. Why do I think blue is fine? I know blue and green are bad. Blue and green. Oh. That was a not terribly good fanfic. Way back from the day. I don't really remember much about it. I miss the gear. It was a fun time in video gaming. Nice little bit of hobbyist press. Not to mention, they once, like, scooped Squaresoft. Like, they had screenshots. They doctored up some screenshots of newer Final Fantasy game to try to trick them. Just as an April Fool's Day thing. I can just run across the bottom. What's up, Circle Friendo? How you doing? Okay. Across the bottom. Okay, I need to use some actual brain power now. Green is safe. Stand on top of triangles. That's the smartest move there. Also, Sub-Circle Friend in case I got distracted. Alright, new area. Lozenge is water. Triangle is coin. Circle's fragile. Heart is cloud. Hexagons. Avoid hexagons. Everything else is safe. Collect 10 coins. I wish I'd paid attention. Hexagons are bad. I'm going to pay attention again. What was coin? Triangle is coin. More of a diamond. It's a very small diamond. Hexagon. Octagon is the superior shape. As Jack Black well knows. What? Did I get flung into it? Never heard the word lozenge? Thought it was little candies? Yeah, a lozenge is a little candy or, like a cough drop are often marketed as lozenges. It's a thing. Ah. Okay, I'm up here now. This is all safe except that one. Now that's safe. I think I just jump up and grab that. This... Oh, wait. Can I do this from a standing? Nope, I can't. Wait, squares are vines. What am I doing? Octagons have 8 fantastic sides and 8 awesome angles. Fantastic. Okay. Nothing more in this row. There's one up there. Squares are safe. This is our last triangle, so I think we'll just grab the triangle and get out of here. I can just... Oh, thank you for the follow. Oh, you almost threw me off there. Enjoy your fish. Taking cough drops, I never heard them as lozenges. Huh. Never remember the adjective for angles. I mean, I absolutely love, like, the Jack Black. I want to do that again when I mess up in a minute. Like, the remixes that have a whole bunch of stuff. Alright, anything that's not an octagon is fine. And now I'm feeling real eerie. Circles are fine. Oh god, there's so many areas. Double hit. Hatch, please. Oh boy. Okay. And this is water. We destroy that. And destroy that. We use the water to do that. We grab the coin. We climb on this vine and grab that. Like I said, mentioned the primer thing. This really reminds me of the primer thing now. Because I think you could play it in like CGA mode or something, and it would look a lot like this, with like brown shapes. We have to look that up. Because otherwise it's going to bug me. 72 hours, not enough time to install the double hit one? I suppose. This is a very, very, very active Eerie spawner. Let me go! It was fine. Nuts. Alright, I need to know. It's gonna bug me. DOS Game Learning Primer. Amy's first primer, that's it. I could find the picture of the thing I'm thinking of in particular. It had a bunch of different modes. I could play it. No, there it is. Moby Games. Screenshots. Yeah, see? This is what it reminds me of. The load the truck. I highly doubt this is the person's inspiration, but it reminds me so strongly of it, it is ridiculous. Say, these shapes actually do look suspicious. Maybe they're stolen. Nope. Is it that exact color of brown? Probably not. The exact color of brown there is one of the few colors that can be displayed in a CGA context. And the way color works for CGA is very different than the way it works for the SNES. We're talking about being displayed on a VGA screen versus a CRT, a different CRT, a lower resolution CRT. So exact color becomes a hard question to answer, if that makes sense. But it's very similar. That's what it was called? Which thing? Ow. Yeah, the primer thing was going to bug me, so I just had to look it up. But yeah, no, CGA was an unfortunate mode of DOS for color purposes, because you could get exactly 4 colors, and you got that sort of hot, get the red, green, and muddy brown one, or you got like blue, yellow, black, and cyan, and then you could do like a brighter versions of those or something. CGA was not a great graphics mode in many ways. It was also sort of before my time in a lot of ways, though I did play some CGA games as a kid. If I could get it to run, I probably would do Monuments of Mars. I would consider Monuments of Mars. Because that's an interesting little platformer game, set of games, shareware games that was, Apogee? It was Apogee. But they're alright, those played fun. Alright. Ow. That cyan color. Yes, it was iconic. Yeah, there's a similar game to Monuments of Mars, like called Arctic Adventure, except it used the other CGA palette. I don't know why I'm making this hard on myself. Well, it's always funny to like try out the other graphics modes, because an awful lot of games would start you at a menu saying, hey, what graphics mode do you want to use? Because they didn't know what your computer had. There weren't convenient drivers and things that they could just query, ask capabilities. And so you had to ask the person. And so one of the games we had was Xenon 2 Mega Blast. An absolutely beautiful looking shoot 'em up that is unfortunately really difficult and frequently a good way to destroy your keyboard. I think we actually went through a couple of keyboards because we destroyed the spacebar on them. Similarly, when we played TIE Fighter, we eventually we basically killed 2 mice, and Mom was like, "No, you're not playing any more TIE Fighter until you guys buy a joystick. Not me, you guys." So we bought a joystick. It was nice. You don't need a lot of joystick for TIE Fighter, and ours was pretty minimal. You know, it was more than an Atari joystick, but only just. It had, like, I think 2 buttons. Which was good, because, like, we used the main button for firing, obviously, or playing a space shoot-'em-up type game. And then there was a button on top that we would use to, like, switch weapon types. And then everything else you do with the keyboard. And TIE Fighter, as a game, you really had to use the keyboard because it was a space sim, not a fun shoot-'em-up in space game. Like, you had to do an awful lot of work with the keyboard to, like, keep your targets straight, manage your shields and energy levels, manage your weapons, like, just a ton of random stuff. Okay. Hearts are bad. No, hearts are... Did it say door somewhere? I said door there. I completely forgot. Okay. Okay. Circles are breakable. Dangerously breakable. No. Okay, everything except... They're vines! I forgot they're vines! Anyway. I wonder where that joystick ever got to. Probably some e-waste place at some point in time. This was pre-USB too, because we were playing in DOS land, so we used the game port, which I think was also a MIDI port. The MIDI standard's older than you think it is. It's one of those weird things, is it massively predates PCs. I should come up with an excuse to use the squiggle box for something in the near future, just because I haven't done any DOS or Windows gaming in a while. Early Windows. There's an Adventures in Advergaming thing I've been wanting to do. I probably should just do that. That'd be the smart move, I think. Because I need Flash for it. Or the joystick your dad bought to play X-Wing. See, like, X-Wing, unfortunately, just wasn't as good of a game. Between, like, some of the rendering differences and just having less stuff going on. Like, as a kid, I definitely preferred the light side of the Force, but man, did TIE Fighter make a good argument for the dark side. Because, like, not only was there, like, there was a lot of plot going on in TIE Fighter. Because you were... that's a hole. You would get... every mission you had 3 layers of objectives. You had your primary objectives, which you must complete to complete it. And those were things like, scan this ship, defeat these ships in combat, disable this ship, escort something to this place, that kind of thing. Like, very space sim-y things, you know, it's a space sim. And then you had, like, secondary objectives, which were frequently things like, you know, scan other things, or double-check, or destroy this particular ship. And then finally you had the secret objectives, which you wouldn't know about unless you went to go talk to the shadowy guy who was hiding slightly off-screen on the mission screen. And you'd talk to him, and he'd give you kind of hints about what the Emperor wanted, but not, like, full-up, like, here's what you do with yellow paint. Okay, we'll go this way. And yeah, completing bonus objectives got you in good with the Emperor, and you build your Force, you got like a Force tattoo thing going on. It was cool. Art is fine. It's only Hexagon that's bad. Okay. Lozenge is water? Yeah, it is. Okay. Alright, well that wasn't what I was expecting to work, but I'm happy it did. The thing is, I'm curious... Yeah, okay, those are solid. Alright, that makes this a little more challenging. But not terribly so, I suppose? Like, I've been given a lot of latitude here. I was trying to come up with ways to cheese this, I just didn't need to cheese it. What's up, Kraron? How you doing? Indeed, a Mario. Okay, pink is cloud. Red is tile 4, water for the player and lava for sprites. Okay. Turn block, vine, clouds, muncher. Okay, dodge the muncher. There's no... Wait, there's no coins. Okay. Yellow is muncher. What I have to remember? Yellow is muncher. What? Yellow is muncher. Oh, okay, I see. Right, and red is weird. Red is the weird, it kills sprites. You know, I could do it the way it wants me to, or I could just do this. Okay. Red kills sprites, so basically I want to dodge all of that nonsense. And yellow is muncher. Okay. Explore the space first. Red is water, but bad water. Is pink again? Cloud, turn block, and then that's an empty block of some sort. Oh, that's a vine. Okay, cool. Gives a vibe of the maze puzzle. And you know, you're not wrong. I think I can just do this. Like, I thought this through and was like, you know, this looks complicated. No, it's not. You just do that. I played a sort of takeoff of that. God, it must have been a couple years ago now. Okay, and then the point of this is to make you turn that way. And then I get hit on the muncher. But yeah, there was a bunch of, a series of roguelikes with a K was the name of the puzzle. Oh god. And one of them was invoking the particular Undertale aesthetic of the maze. And I was just about done with it, and someone was in chat was like, oh god, I hope someone else deals with this one. It's so terrible. I'm like, dude, I loved it. I'm almost done. I literally just finished. That was a... Munchers are yellow. Okay. What am I trying to accomplish again? There's a key. Okay. And I'm going to need to get out of here without that touching the red. Okay. Oh god, alright, so munchers. Oh god, what? Wait, what? No! Am I misreading this? I think this is... I don't like that. I hope I'm misreading this. Okay. I think if I want to get this through, I cannot touch the red. There's not a lot of options. So we go up here. There's fewer options than I thought. And I have to redo the other sections now. Anyway, that puzzle was really cool. At the end of the day, what you had to do... was identify, using the Berlin interpretation, which ones met the criteria, which parts of the Berlin interpretation of roguelikes with a K. But yeah, it was a lot of fun. Should play that on stream sometime, just for the hell of it. Anyway, let me make sure this works the way I think it does. It does. Okay. Do keys die? Keys don't die. Okay, problem solved. I was busy working under the assumption that keys could die, them being sprites, and that being a sprite killer. But I guess not. That actually solves the whole problem for me, because now I can just walk through it. I legitimately thought I needed a path that did not involve touching the red here. Which honestly looks a bit like what was expected of it here, too. Like, it looks like it's supposed to do that. I mean, this is just an area I don't know much about. Okay. And then... jump here. And walk along the ground. Okay. Yeah, I should've just tried it. Okay, that was a bad uncontrolled jump, but it worked out okay. I meant to go one higher. I meant to jump out. I didn't do either of those things. At least this doesn't have a long coin collection part. I'm digging, like, the demo scene music. I should listen to more demo scene music in my life. It's fun you can actually get out of there in time while you're doing very little. Okay. But explore the mod archive. It's true. I've been a fan for a number of years. It's been a while since I actually have listened to any, though. I think my favorite one of all time is probably Funky Stars. It's just such a good track. I also used to have most of, like, Dark Halo's work. I don't know if he still makes mod tracker stuff anymore. But there was a period of time where he did. And I stumbled across... Actually, that's kind of funky now, think about it. I stumbled across his archive of music using the old Apache index trick. This used to be an interesting way to find files in general, if you weren't too picky about what those files were. You would just go to Google and say, here, I want, just look at the Google for the term Apache index, and then the file types you were looking for. And it would spit out a bunch of websites that had open directories in them. Sometimes because people were lacking care in putting in an index.html or what have you. And sometimes because they didn't care and it was fine, and sometimes because they just plumb forgot. But you'd find a lot of interesting things that way. I doubt it works anymore. I imagine Google's locked that stuff down years ago. The last time I used that trick to any major utility was probably 2004. There we go. Okay. There we go. Alright. Smile is solid at the upper part. Frown is solid at the lower part. Neutral is Muncher. Circle is Coin. Triangle is Lava. I am underwater. So triangle and mid-face are bad. Why was underwater? Mid-face. Brownie. Face! Wait, did I just read this? Oh, maybe I'm looking wrong. Mario is sync, indeed. I'm given 3 keys. Am I given 3 keys because I need 3 chances? Is that what's going on here? I only need 1. Okay. I could clear the path a little bit if I want to. I have access to 3 keys. This would be so much easier if it was SA1. At least with that broken SA1 key and lock thing that Ampersand put in the... Oh my, okay. Put in the QLDC2 ROM. Alright, circles or coins? I just need to remember, neutral faces... and triangles are bad. Shame, I like triangles. So gotta be careful. That was almost stupid. Okay, I see the key concede here. What am I doing? Okay, well... At least these sections are not terribly long. Almost first try, it's true. It was going so well. Until it wasn't. Till it wasn't. Alright. I mean, also this room, there's not much in the way of actual, like, death danger. There's mostly just having it eat all your keys danger. Oops, I turned into a bunch of keys. There we go, see? Okay, coins. Need to focus. In fact, what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to come in from the side. Be less dangerous. Wonder how many levels there are. 21. Alright, new set. This is as far as I could do. Congrats on getting this far. Goal is me. Yeah, that was a really good level. You know? I was not expecting much with a level name like that, but it massively overachieved. Like, that was a really good level. Probably one of my favorites so far. That is a really good... Oh, thanks for the GGs. Let's go back in. I need to take some notes, I think. And we need to come back to Map16 Mania. Now, it's one of those things where, like, you don't expect it. You just don't. But, like, Map16 shenanigans have a history with bad level design and stuff. And then actually seeing it used in a good context is always nice. Even if it is somewhat derivative, arguably, of other QLDC levels. I think this sold it in a different way, and I am perfectly fine with that. Like, it's a legitimately good concept. And the puzzles were good. Had to keep me, like, remembering what the things were. Thankfully, it didn't stack. Like, at no point in time did I have to, like, remember 2 or 3 things from back. Saw Luta playing a slope level and went, that's never a good sign. How you doing, Fries? But yeah, good level. I liked it.